Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Storytime. If you're new here, I am Monk, and I'd like to read you a story. Before we begin, let's make sure we have all of our passies, our stuffies, and special blankets for storytime. If you need more time to gather everything, please pause the video. Today's story will be Grumpy Monkey by Susan Lang and illustrated by Max Lang. I love that. Let's begin. We have our first illustration. It's a little lizard and a banana. I already love the art. Check out that landscape. Isn't that wonderful? There's so much to see. One wonderful day, Chimpanzee woke to discover that nothing was right. The sun was too bright, the sky was too blue, and the bananas were too sweet. Look at that. And there's our little hero. I love his name. Jim was confused. What's going on? Maybe you're grumpy, suggested Norman from next door. I'm not grumpy, Jim insisted. Who's Norman? Looks like a brown gorilla. And there he is. There's Jim, look at him. On his walk, he met Marabou. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Marabou. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Marabou. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy, me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. But look at how you're standing, Marabou said. It's true, said Norman. You're all hunched. So Jim loosened up. There he is. And there he goes, loosening up. Then he ran into Lemur. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Lemur. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Lemur. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy, me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Your eyebrows look grumpy, said Lemur. It's true, said Norman. They're all bunched up. So Jim raised his brow. There he is, raising his brow. Then he tripped over Snake. Oh no, said Norman. That's the last thing you need when you're feeling so grumpy. Grumpy, me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Then why that frown, said Snake. I think it's because he tripped over you, Norman whispered to Snake. So Jim put on a smile. And there's Snake. And there's Jim, putting on a smile. That's a good book. Finally, Jim looked happy, but he didn't feel happy inside. Everyone wanted Jim to enjoy this wonderful day. You should sing with us, said the birds. Jim didn't feel like singing. You should swing with us, said the monkeys. Jim didn't feel like swinging. There are the birds. And there are the monkeys. Have you guys ever felt like Jim? Me too. You should roll with us, said the zebras. Jim didn't feel like rolling. You should stroll with us, said the peacocks. Jim didn't feel like strolling. You should lie in the grass. You should stomp your feet. And the zebras and the peacocks. And there's the lion asking him to lay in the grass. And there's the elephant telling him to stomp his feet. You should take a bath. You should make a splash. You should hug someone. You should laugh. You should take a nap. You should eat old meat or some honey. You should jump up and down. You should sit in the sun. You should dance. And all his friends, with all their suggestions. But Jim didn't feel like doing any of that. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked the others. It's such a wonderful day. I'm not grumpy, shouted Jim as he beat his chest. There's everybody there. And there's Jim. And then there's Jim. I hope you like the book. And he stormed off. Jim felt sorry, a little sorry for shouting at everyone, but mostly sorry for himself. I guess I am grumpy, Jim sighed. And just as he started to feel really sad. Oh, okay. Poor little guy. He came upon Norman. Norman was slumped. His eyebrows were bunched up, and he was frowning. What's the matter? Are you grumpy? Asked Jim. No, I dance with Porcupine, said Norman. What is Jim asking? Now he's asking the question. Are you okay? Asked Jim. It hurts, but I'll probably feel better soon enough, said Norman. Are you still grumpy? Yes, said Jim. But I'll probably feel better soon enough too. For now, I need to be grumpy. It's a wonderful day to be grumpy, said Norman. Jim agreed. And he already felt a little bit better. The end. Thank you for letting me read to you. I hope you have a wonderful rest.